Let's move on. Somebody said, my family doesn't like my boyfriend. What do I do? This is like the reverse of the last two. The last two, the family didn't like you. Now your family doesn't like your boyfriend. Now, I will say something. There have been times in my life when my family hasn't been obsessed with who I'm dating, right? Now, in retrospect, I understand why. However, in the moment, I was like, I don't get it. What? What are you guys talking about? You're not obsessed? And listen, my family has never been the type to be like, oh, no, you shouldn't be with this person. But like, if I ask like, hey, like, what did you think of them? They're not going to lie to me. Like, they'd be like, oh, yeah, sweet guy, or he's nice, but I don't know. Yeah. All right. I can tell, It sounds like your family like really doesn't like your partner, like really doesn't like them. In my experience, it's been one of those things where like my family won't admit it, but I can tell. I underestimated their instincts in the moment when this happened to me. You shouldn't immediately write off how your family feels about your boyfriend. Now, listen, is there a chance that they're overly protective of you and no one will ever be enough for them? Like maybe. Is there a chance that they just haven't gotten to know your significant other well enough? Maybe. Does your family have a very specific idea about what your partner should be like? Maybe. So I'm not saying that like our families are always right just because they're related to us and oftentimes older than us and wiser than us. That doesn't necessarily mean that they know what's best for us. They can sometimes have better judgment than we can, especially in romantic relationships, due to their wisdom, but also due to how well they know us, and also due to the fact that they're not being blinded by love. Meanwhile, you are. So there are things that you're not seeing, red flags potentially that they are seeing because they're not smitten by this person. You're smitten by them because you're dating them and you get to kiss them. Your family doesn't get to kiss them. They're not smitten. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to see things more clearly. Don't write off your family's opinions immediately. Genuinely hear them out. Okay. Ask them why they don't like him. Understand why they don't like him. And then go from there. Do your own analysis. Are they onto something? If the answer is yes, that sucks. It does suck because you're like, wait, fuck, I really like this guy. I'm kind of living blissfully, ignorantly in this relationship, enjoying myself, and they just bursted my bubble. This sucks. And yes, it does suck, but sometimes that's the way it is. You also might discover, no, my family's wrong. This is my soulmate and we're in love and we're going to get married and be together forever. That might be true. It also might not be true. And you might be so deep into delusional land that you like, it's just, you have to just go through the experience on your own and get heartbroken. And then you'll figure it all out later and realize that your family was right. Or your family might be weirdly overly protective of you or something and they're just being irrational and whatever. Like, but only you can figure it out. But this is a journey you need to go on your own. You need to interview your family. You need to hyper analyze your partner. You need to look inward and look at what you need in a relationship. You need to look forward and think about what you want your future to look like with somebody. Like if your family doesn't like your boyfriend, that is a red flag. That is a concern, potentially. And so you need to get to the bottom of it and figure out how you feel about it. I mean, another thing that can happen is you're dating someone and maybe you're not super in love with them. But meanwhile, your family's obsessed with them. Like that can happen too. So it's tough, but I do think that our family's opinions shouldn't be written off.